Hey everyone, welcome to part 6 and the final part of our application. As you can see, I have both our current part 5 version, which is right here, this one, and this is the finished product, which is right here. So just comparing where we at right now and where we're going to go. So if I go back out from here and here, so this is what it looks like. What we're missing here, we're missing the icons, right? The weather icons. So we're going to add that today. If we go to down here, as you can see, we're missing the icons in the card stack as well. So we're going to do all that. Plus they see a different color on each card. I'll show you how I have done that. Not a very good choice for the color, but just for the purpose of training, I'll show you how that works. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is import all the icons that I have, and I'm going to leave the link for this for you guys to download. So I'm going to import them. Let me just open the assets catalog. I'm just going to grab these and go back and just drop them right here. So they're original icon that Open Weather API provides. So I downloaded them, and these are the exact numbers that you will get back from the API request based on the current weather situation. All right, so we got the icons in here. Let's go to the card view first. So let's get rid of this. I'm gonna go to image, and we're gonna say what we have here, list dot. This is going to be our temperatures. So it's temperature. Now this is going to be in weather dot last. I think it's the last item icon. If not, just give me a generic one, which would be anything. This number is from the list that I have. So now I said, hey, in the list that I have here, same as before, this is all from part 5. You should be familiar with this. This is the weather object we're getting back. It's an array, so it gives me the last one that I have in the array. It's always there's always one item, so it's always better to go with the last one versus the first one, because there is no first or last, is only one. So I usually go with the last. And then the icon is something that they return as a string, and the image is looking for a string for that particular name. So if it's going to find it, it will show that image. So let's run it as it is. Then we're going to resize it. Let me just see if this actually is working as of right now. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go to this view. So as you can see, we have the icons working. So you can see it's right here. It's showing up. Now, is this the correct one? We don't know that, right? Because they're all exactly the same. So how do I find out? Let's change this to wind and then run it again, just to see if actually it's working. Because we need the icon based on the temperature and the weather of that particular day and time. So we don't want to like show placeholder. So great, so it is working. And the reason why it's working, I know it's working because see, I changed it. If this was not the case, if this was empty, so I'm saying if this option is nil, then just put in the icon that's called wind. If I go here and I look for that, there is nothing that says wind, see? So basically it's ignoring my request right here because it's not nil. This optional is not nil. So it's unwrapping it and showing me the correct icon. So we're good. Right, so let me just go back 01D because this is something that we have in here in our asset 01D, which is this right here, clear. Okay, so that's good. So we have our icon working. I just want to get this video done, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can play with this. I mean, you have the tools to play with it, so you can play how you want these colors to look. and you can do that. That's very easy. All you have to do is foreground color. You can change that to whatever you want. You can probably do this. So I can say system font with the size. So I can say maybe probably I want that to be 26. I want the weight to be thin because that's what that is. Now that will look exactly like this, right? And the other one, actually we need this right here on the temperature, not on this always be body because that's the string. So this now is going to look like this, and the main one, it's 70 and the height is 70. That's for the image, and this one is title and bold. I can also change that. I can change that to something else if I want to, not necessarily whatever I'm doing here you have to do exactly the same. You can change it to whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you feel like, okay, this is how I like it, this is the way I'm going to do it. Go for it, try it, and that's how you learn. That's how we practice, and then do things that we think we can't do, but you have to practice it. You have to get yourself challenged to learn something, to do something. So I'm not going to dwell too much into changing the static of it. So let me just run it one more time to show you that what I just did here, right here, that actually did take effect on this the minimum temperature for the day. I just wanted to show you can change it. You have all the tools. I mean, it's all built in. Read the documentation for each property that you're playing with. So read the documentation on the text. It tells you what you can do, what modifiers you can use. So look at this. So this is that. So from gray to white. So if I change the color as well, now it will be exactly that. So let's go with that. And I can go like this. Option 0 to show a degree sign symbol like this one right here. And I explained this why I'm doing this versus this right here in the previous video. So and if you look at the extension file, you will understand what this is and where this is coming from. So let's look at this one more time, and then we'll move on. We're wasting too much time on trying to fix the design of it. Come on. And this is, again, this is what I was talking about. If you do too many requests back to back, sometimes they just like slow it down and block it, because it's a free tier, so you don't have that premium access. So there we go. It's thin like this one, 43 degree, 44 degrees. So that's pretty much what it looks like right now. Currently, these are what we have. Okay, so that's done. That's the card. Move on to what our other differences are. So if we go back here, so we have to put image on the current. So if I go to current weather right here, so in our current weather, we have same thing. We have to push the image icon right where our edge stack is, right here. So this is the current temperature. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say image. And from the image, I'm going to say weather dot, will that be interesting. This is going to be, I think it's a weather right here. That's the array of weather, yeah. And then again, last dot icon. Hey, is there an icon? If not, just show me the default icon. Let's do again, same thing, resizable. And that would be the frame with how big do we want this one? Let's make it, because this is bigger, so we'll make it 130 by height should be 130 as well. Then I want this Do I need aspect ratio to fit? Let's see what this looks like. Why are you not happy? You should be happy. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so this is actually a little bit of crunched up, as you can see, because I made a mistake. So instead of 130, I just put 30 in there. So I'm going to change it to 130. That's the height. That was a typo. Sorry about that. So the height is 130, the width is 130, so it's equally proportioned. And then we said, I want this to be fit in the content of aspect ratio, so I don't want that to be changed. So it will look like this one right here. So yeah, so we're currently fetching the weather for London, and obviously being in London, it's always raining, right? Not in the city. So this and this should be identical. Now if I change my view model, if I change it to New York, and here also I want to change it to New York, and now if I run it, I should see exactly like this. You know, the color might not be the same because we have not gotten that part yet, but the weather icon, the temperature, because this is currently the New York City's weather. So this is, if you look at it, Sunday, Monday, right? So it's broken clouds, heavy intensity rain, moderate rain, snow on Wednesday. Okay, great. So we got some snow coming. And then Thursday is just a clear sky. And Thursday here is also clear sky. Perfect. All right. So why this is not the same? Why this is 34, this is 33? Well, there's a reason. This we just fetched a second ago. This has been running for a while. So if I rerun this application, then you will see it's the same, because now it's going to fetch the current condition. And as I said, look at this. 34-degree scattered cloud, 39, 39, 34, 34, 52, 46, 52. You got the idea. So this is the current situation right here. That was running previously, so that was holding that previous maybe a couple hours ago. All right, so we're good. That's that. Now, what we did here, we did to current weather, we put the icon, right? Where is the current weather view? Right here. So we just added this icon right here. We resized it. Now I want to add this at the bottom. Just copy and paste for the sake of time. What I'm going to say here is I want, should I show the minimum temperature? Yeah, let's do temp dot max. So it's gonna minimum right here, and 65. It's a little bit too big. How about we change it to 28? Let's look at this now, see what it looks like. I want this thin. Can I do this? So we have this, and this is our minimum temperature. So let me see if I can do it thin. Yep. So font weight is thin. That's that. Again, I can add option 0. This will bring me the degree sign that you can see. It says 45 degree, 35 degree, whatever that may be. Okay, so we're here so far. That's looking good. We're making progress. And I explained this card view modifier in the previous video. So that's that. So here we go. So we got the icons working. We have, the animation working. Our weekly weather cards are working as expected. This is the content view modifier, same idea that I have on the card view modifier. Once I finish this, I'm going to have this link. I don't think I'm using this, but then again, it's there. So